times of uncertainty, it's comforting to know we have a healthcare system in our community that's been committed to supporting us for well over a century. In this current time, we are standing together, and our bond is stronger than ever. KDMC, caring for our community like no one else can.
Matt, where does this game rank for you, just in terms of crazy momentum swings and whatnot? And just as the leader of this team, how do you kind of keep your composure and help everybody else stay composed?
Just worrying about what's got to get done. Everyone getting caught in. Yeah, we just scored, but yeah, there's still a minute left. We got to be ready. If they go down there and score real quick, we got to get ready to go score again. So just keeping everybody locked into the game until it's over.
Where does this rank in the craziest games you played in?
No, it was a good game. I'm not taking anything away from Arkansas at all. They're a great team, and they play very hard, and they're good at what they do, scheme-wise. But no, it was just it was hectic at the end for sure. Down to the last seconds, and having the ball in their hands. As an offense, you don't really like that. You want to be the control of you want it to be on you to end the game. But no, it was a great game, and it was a good team win from us.
Matt, your O-line took some criticism last weekend. A starter down today. Your perception on how they played today?
Who went down?
Caleb Warren.
Who?
No, he didn't play today.
Oh, what? Warren?
Yeah, Caleb didn't.
Oh, Caleb Warren. Excuse me. Sorry, I didn't understand you. Yeah. It was next man up mentality. I think Jordan Rhodes, I think he did a good job of stepping up and, getting the job done. Same way with Sed Meltons, Sed being young. But, all it is with Sed is just him having confidence. And, he is the real deal when he knows what he's doing. But it was just bringing those guys along and making sure that they know what they're doing and they can play full speed. And, I'm proud of those guys up front because, they're the sole reason why we won, those guys up front, because we knew coming into this game it was going to be a physical game just because of the type of defense they run and what we had to do to beat that defense. So they knew what time of day it was going to be, and, they handled it well.
What was the call to break Braylon free on that last touchdown? Just what did you see as he threw it?
They're in cover one, and they're playing off, and it was a stutter, 5-yard hitch. As easy as that. The first one that we had to drum on the sideline, on their sideline, it was my fault. I called a run play. It is what it is. We got it back, and we scored off of it. So, yeah.
I assume with the game plan being what it was, you knew you'd come into today running.
Yeah. I didn't expect to honestly have any passing touchdowns. It is what it is. Coach Kiffin said, to drop everybody's ego. He wasn't just talking to me, but that the shoe fits for me on that. So, it doesn't matter. We got the win. That's all that matters. That's my job.
Did you expect to run as much as you did, though?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We put those in all week for this team. So, yeah, absolutely.
Kiffin said y'all prepare for this game for 12 months since last year in Fayetteville. Is that the most you've kind of prepared for a specific team, or how much were you involved in kind of all that?
It wasn't necessarily preparing. It was just like after that Arkansas game, everybody did that, so it was just learning from that game and understanding what type of defense they run, and there's an extra hole player, stay away from them. You got all 11 eyes on you, so you can't window shop. You're going to that whole player next over is going to pick it off when you try to manipulate a whole player, and then you got another guy looking at you because you're just staring at him, trying to move him. So, it's just little things like that, and understanding, the type of look they're in and where they're supposed to be in this certain coverage, and when they're not, what a coverage is it when they're in this spot. So, they did a good job of, disguising here and there, but for the most part, our coaches did a heck of a job from the top, realizing what it was.
Going off that a little bit, the 12-month preparation deal, but how personal was today for you, and how good did it feel to perform the way that you did, because how last year in Fayetteville went for you? To have the performance you did must have felt pretty good.
Honestly, it doesn't. It was just, it was a big game, but it was a big game because it was the next game. we had to do our job, and we did our job, and we got the win, and we did what we were supposed to do. So that's all. That's like I didn't do anything different leading up to this week. If that was what you were asking, no, just treated it like any other game.
And the last one, I mean, how much easier does it make things for you? I know you were a part of like the massive running game today too, but when things are working on the ground so well, how easier does it make things for you?
That's why we got those shots up. That's exactly why we got those shots up. Their safeties stayed tight. They're jumping everything because we were running, then shot like when they didn't expect it, and that's why drum pops free like that, wide open. So it was a good scheme by Coach Kiffin and Levy.
What feeling is it when you see that ball fall to the ground on the 2-point conversion? Is it relief? Is it joy? Just kind of how?
I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch?
No.
What were you doing?
I had my face in Coach Smith's chest. I did not watch that. Man.
Obviously, you didn't have the luxury of not watching the 2-point conversion like Matt did. Just what did you see on that play, and what is the feeling like after the ball hits the ground?
Yeah, I think we kind of expected quarterback run. He had a little bit of a rollout. Put the ball high, the outside, so you just kind of turn, break, follow it, and just hope it goes out of bounds. And we had guys make a good play, and it feels good to know the game's done.
In a game where, stops are kind of at a premium for both teams, what's kind of being said in that huddle before that last 2-point try?
Just that we've practiced that before. We've practiced 2-minute. I think we would have liked to execute that a little bit better, but we've also practiced a lot of 2-point plays. And then we have a red zone lockout period that we do during practice, and where we have critical downs like that, and that's about as critical as it gets. So that we've been there before, and now it's time to just go execute.
What do you think the defense as a whole can do better to stop the run?
Do a better job tackling. It starts with me. We do it, just not consistently. We got to get body on body, wrap up, and just get more guys to the ball.
I know you guys gave up 51 points today, but are there any positive takeaways that you see defensively?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, when you need to have a stop, we got them. So that's always a huge takeaway. Winning the games is a premium, and that's always something you can hang your hat on. We made some good adjustments in the run game. Sometimes we faltered a little bit, but some of the adjustments we made I think we liked, and we'll take a look back at those. I think we made some plays on the ball, which is something that we've been trying to do. So I think there's always something to take away. Good or bad, game's never as bad as you think it is, and it's never as good as you think it is.
Anything else, Chance?
From a defensive perspective, is it a little bit frustrating when Kiffin decides to go for it on 4th, and I think he did 4th and 2 on the 33-yard line, and you guys are coming straight out? What's your mindset watching that happen, or in the huddle when you're like, oh, we're going straight back out there?
No, not at all. I love it. I think it's really cool. The coach has confidence in both our offense and our defense. I think he's taken a lot of criticism, and I think it's funny because head coaches take criticism and take some of the hype, but when we make those, everyone thinks it's the greatest thing in the world, and then when some of those don't happen, everyone wants to jump on them. But I love it. I love that it's an attack mentality, and then I know what it does to a defense when you convert. It's demoralizing. So the fact that our offense goes out to go do that, I love it, and I'm happy that we still did it.
Snoop, I know you've had some games where you've been a big part of the offense, and some games where you aren't as much. Today, obviously, you had some really important runs just to make the impact on a game like this. What did this game and this win mean to you personally?
I just went out there, did my role, and tried to help the team as possible to win like we did. So I just did my job.
Snoop, we could hear it from inside the press box, but people chanting your name and going Snoop after you scored. How does that make you feel to hear that? Even though you might not be getting as many carries as you want to.
It's love. The fans, I love what the fans be doing. They support me. So they give me energy during the game too. So I feed off of it. So it's a good thing.
What's it like watching that 2-point conversion attempt as an offensive player, knowing whatever happens, happens?
No comment on that.
Just can you talk us through what happened on the first 50-yard touchdown of yours? It seems like the hole was just wide open for you.
Oh yeah, we had ran a stretch play, but they wasn't used to that. We've been running up through the middle the whole time, so we caught them off guard, and it was wide open.